Welcome to the Astronomy Know-How Guide to the Night Sky. I'm Ninian, and in this guide I'm going to be showing you around the night skies of February 2016. This month we've got a treat in store, something that hasn't happened since 2005, and that is all 5 visible planets available to view in the sky at the same time. Not only that, we will also have a conjunction between the Moon and Mars and the Moon and Saturn. You will have to be up fairly early to see all this though. So here is the sky for just before dawn, around 6:35 AM on the 1st of February. You can see all 5 planets strung out in a line in front of you, and to help you identify them I can label them up. And here we have Mercury, right over in the left, down in the east, very low to the horizon, so you will need clear skies and a clear horizon to see it. And Venus too, not far from it, very bright, and Venus will actually help you find Mercury. Next in the line is Saturn, and then Mars, roughly due south at this time, with the Moon very close to it. This is known as a conjunction, and so it's a conjunction between the Moon and Mars. And then over in the southwest we have the planet Jupiter, which is also very bright. And to help you a little further, I can label up the stars and I can label up the constellations and show you the stick figures, which will help you identify them. Okay, let's move to the 3rd of February now, and you can see that the Moon has moved its position and is now much closer to Saturn. So it's now in conjunction with Saturn. This is the same time of the morning, 6:35 on the 3rd of February. Right, let's now change our view to the evening sky. So here we are now at 9 in the evening on the 3rd of February, facing south, and you can see now the familiar constellation of Orion the Hunter. We're going to come back to that in a moment because we're going to go comet hunting. So we need to now move around to the north because Comet Catalina is still available in the sky this month, but you will need a telescope to see it now. It's become dimmer as it moves away from us. However, you must always expect the unexpected when it comes to comets. It spends its time in February in the constellation of Camelopardalis, the giraffe, very high overhead for Northern Hemisphere observers. And here it is in the middle of the field of view. The comet itself is moving past the pole, and as we zoom in it should pop into view there. And here we are looking at the position of Comet Catalina. You'll need to keep an eye on some sites on the World Wide Web to get the latest information on where to find it, although this video may help you. It's not far from the pole star, and as I change through 24 hours you will see how it moves across the sky. Here we are on the 4th of February, and the 5th, and the 6th, and the 7th, and you can see that it's moving further into the middle of the constellation of Camelopardalis. It's better to go looking for it earlier in the month than later because it is getting dimmer all the time. So while you're up in this part of the sky, do take a look around. I'll zoom out a little bit and show you some of the constellations available, and of course you'll find the familiar constellation of the Great Bear, or at least 7 stars which are part of the constellation are known as the Plough or Dipper. And I'll bring my pointer in to show you. Here he is, standing on its handle at this time of the evening in February. The Plough is actually an asterism, which is a group of stars which form a familiar pattern in the sky, which is not necessarily a complete constellation. And as you can see with the Plough, it's actually part of the larger constellation of Ursa Major, the Great Bear. The stars of an asterism may belong to more than one constellation, in fact. Right next to the North Celestial Pole, you'll find the pole star Polaris. And I can move up the sky a little bit and we'll zoom in again and we can show you Polaris just there. There's nothing special about this star. Well, actually that's not quite true. Polaris is a triple star system, so not one but three. You can see the second star, Polaris B, in a small telescope, but the third is much too faint. The other interesting thing about the main star, Polaris A, is that it is a variable star. That is, it varies in brightness, although only very slightly, roughly every 4 days. Add this to the fact that because of its position sitting above the Earth's North Pole, it hardly seems to move at all. It really is quite an interesting star after all. Coming back to the southern part of the sky near Orion, we'll zoom out a bit and we'll swing around back to the south, and we'll look at the sky near Orion. So we'll zoom in again. Here we are. See if you can spot another asterism. This is known as the Winter Triangle, made up from the three bright stars of Betelgeuse, Sirius and Procyon. Procyon is one of two stars which make up the small constellation of Canis Minor, the little dog. Here's Procyon over here, and here's the other star in the constellation. One of Orion the Hunter's faithful companions. The triangle, made from the stars of Betelgeuse, Sirius and Procyon, surround an area of sky filled with interesting star clusters and nebulae. You can find out more about these on my page in the newsletter about deep sky objects this month. Although there are no major meteor showers this month, you may still see the occasional meteor or shooting star streak across the night sky. They will likely just be what is termed sporadic meteors though, although there is a minor shower visible this month, the Centaurids. Chances are though that if you should see a meteor, it's just going to be a sporadic. So whatever you choose to look at, I hope you enjoy the wonders of the February skies. I'm Ninian and I wish you clear skies.